Hello, I'm Coach Brees and welcome to Sullivan Strength. Our training videos are designed to introduce our incoming freshmen to our points of performance, as well as provide a review for our current athletes. In this training video, we're going to go over the squat jump. All points of performance for the squat jump are very similar to the back squat. The only difference with the squat jump is we will actually be leaving the ground. One of the things I always point out to our athletes is with the squat jump, we keep the weight fairly light. So a lot of times, depending on the athlete, we'll start with a 45-pound bar, and they will stay with this bar for 4 to 6 weeks before adding 5 pounds. Typically, we go 4 weeks. So every 4 weeks, they'll add about 5 pounds. So that means with a 45-pound bar, they'll go to 50, 55, 60. That will take them out 16 weeks. And they'll perform these at medium to somewhere in the middle reps, maybe 10 to 12 reps. The squat jump, feet are shoulder width apart, toes are slightly turned out, tension is on the midline. I'm going to allow my hips to track back and down while I keep my chest up. My kneecap will track out over my first and second toe. As we said in the back squat, first thing that moves is my hips. First thing that moves is my hips, not my knees. Oftentimes we see our athletes squat like this. Knees move first, heel comes off the floor. If your heel is off the floor, the light switch is off, no power is initiated. Your hamstrings and your glutes are very large muscle groups. They can generate a lot of power. So think about your heel as the light switch. If your heel comes off the floor, the light switch is off, no power. Your heel is down, light switch is on, power. We won't use this movement until our athlete is certain that they have a consistent back squat, because when you're moving at speed, you need to leave the ground and land in the same position consistently. So this is not something that we would typically do with our incoming freshmen. That's just something to keep in mind. I'm going to keep a little bit of tension on the bar so that it stays against my back. I'm going to hold it down so that the bar doesn't separate from my back. Same thing as the back squat, I'm going to descend below parallel. In fact, I often like to go as low as possible, and for me, I know where that is. For some of our athletes, they're still working on flexibility issues, which are a big rate limiting factor for your squat or your jumping squat. So for the jumping squat, I'll descend, leave the ground. That's our jumping squat.